Hey there, thanks for joining us. This is going to be an educational webinar about target marketing specifically for real estate. Uh, Generally, the folks that are watching this training have either tried working with a real estate agent and, for whatever reason, the listing expired. A lot of times it might have something to do with pricing structure. Maybe it was priced a little bit too high. Maybe there really wasn't any marketing plan. There was just some blanket advertising or something like that from the agent. So, that could be your situation. You could be a for sale by owner looking to sell the house yourself without a real estate agent. If so, grab a pen. This will probably be really helpful for you. And that's a really good idea for a lot of folks, honestly. And if you're considering potentially selling your house, this could be for you. You don't really know if you want to sell it, who you want to sell it to, or if you want to use an agent or not. A lot of times people come to us and they say, hey, I need some insight, I need some education because I don't really know if I want to use a real estate agent. I hate to pay someone, a commission for doing something I could do myself, like, putting signs in the yard, holding an open house, listing property online, which there's many, many websites to do that. So I would just tell you as we get started, despite what maybe an old agent or a friend may have told you, I'm going to just speak, from experience. I have about 25 years of marketing, specifically target marketing experience, in empirical data that we'll talk about, which is just really factual numbers. I've worked in multiple industries and in all 50 states. So the reason that your house didn't sell probably wasn't the market currently, or it wasn't the home. It was most likely, in my experience, the lack of target marketing used by your agent. So quite honestly, with your frustrating experience so far as a homeowner trying to sell, maybe you're justified to not even want to list your house. And guess what? The good news is, after a few minutes, you finish this training, you won't have to. You'll be equipped to sell it all by yourself and not use a realtor if you don't want to. So first off, I want to be clear kind of as we get started, just so you'll not think that there's something coming at the very end. There's no surprises. I am not here to try to get you to list your home with me. I would love to help you today by teaching you a skill called target marketing that you can use for years to come. This also, you can take this particular concept and use it across different industries, no matter what business that you're in as well. So, just take a deep breath. We'll get to the meat and potatoes. You can not worry about getting sold or me bugging you about listing your home. So the truth is, I've got 4 wonderful kids. I'll introduce you to them in just a second. A beautiful wife named Caitlin. And, like I always say, besides the Lord and my relationship with the Lord, they are the most important things to me. So the way that I set my business up, because of that, and because it's so specific to target marketing and real estate, we only allow about 10 new listings a month. And fortunately or unfortunately, we're currently full. So fortunately for us, we have a lot of folks that want to work with us. Maybe fortunately for you, we're full. You don't have to worry about me trying to convince you to list with us. So just relax, take any notes that you want, and we'd be happy to help you any way we can. So setting up my target marketing business, in the real estate sector this way helps me keep a work-life balance that, really just enables me to live the life that I want to live with my family. And that's really important to me. So fact is, because of our marketing experience, and, I'm very blessed to have a big pool of buyers in waiting. And this comes from generally people out of town moving into the Knoxville and surrounding areas. There's very high demand for that. International buyers, believe it or not, and as well as just a lot of local folks just moving, either stepping up or stepping down, downsizing. So we have a lot of buyers in waiting, and this will help you create a target marketing campaign. And for us, doing this consistently, week in, week out, it creates dozens of ready, willing, and able buyers and sellers every single month. So, a lot of times people say, well, how did you end up with such a large list of buyers? And I just tell you, hey, we have a great team. They've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. And we're excellent at target marketing. So we're going to share with you a little bit of our experience so that you can be good enough to, sell your house by yourself if you want to. Their marketing expertise allows us to be, or me to be, very selective on the buyers and sellers that I take on as clients. And, really where it helps me as well, kind of a step above, in my opinion, of, other agents sometimes, is it gives us consistent homes to add to a growing list of what I call secret homes or off-market homes for buyers, who work with us to purchase homes before they hit the public market. So my name's Trey. I told you about my family a little bit. This is a picture of them and of me. So they're definitely a lot better looking than me. My wife is beautiful. Her name is Caitlin. She's sitting right there next to me. On my left is my 13-year-old daughter, Lexi. She's getting ready to go into 8th grade. My 1-year-old son, going right to left, is Cooper. He's the one that keeps us up at night and keeps us chasing him around the yard. Christian is my oldest son. He's 10 and going to Rocky Hill Elementary, and my oldest daughter's getting ready. Abby's getting ready to graduate from West High and to go to University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. So that's a little bit about my family and what drives me to do a good job and help people out in the marketing field. I've been extremely blessed to grow and scale multiple businesses using many target market strategies. So today we're not really going to talk about many of them. We're going to talk about one of them. And at any point at the end of this, you'll have an opportunity to use this program on your own. So background, really, I just love teaching. I think I got it from my parents. I grew up really poor. My parents were just up here visiting, and they were retired school teachers. My dad taught high school. My mom taught learning disabled kids for 27 years in elementary school, and they love teaching. So I think I kind of just, fell in love with it a little bit like them. And, in a bunch of different realms, I just enjoy teaching. So it's very rewarding to me, I would say, teaching marketing. And I'm confident that, you'll get a little bit of entertainment from the presentation today and, a little bit of benefit from our years of experience. So enough about me. I'm not going to talk about me for 40 or 50 minutes. Let's talk about how we can sell your house, right? How you can sell your house without using a realtor if you want to, because you know and understand target marketing and how it works. So what I'm going to do is the best thing that we found to explain to you how to do it is for me to just explain to you what I would do if I was going to sell your property, or if your property was my personal home. What would I be doing to try to generate extra demand on that property? So then, guess what? You're going to have all the knowledge that you need to sell your own property by yourself without even using a real estate agent if you want to do that. So, this is not a theory. This is the exact formula used to list and sell luxury properties in all 50 states every month. I'm a part of a nationwide network, and we train each other, bounce ideas off of each other, and do this in all 50 states. So, it's also going to work. I'll just let you know, if luxury price range is, a little misleading here in the Knoxville area, maybe 450 plus thousand. So tons of home owners we help with houses that are less than that value. So we don't really work in a specific niche. We just are a specific niche in what we do. But I would tell you, as you're watching the webinar today, all the principles are the same. So whether your house is 200,000 or 2 million, this works. I've done it. You may want to grab a paper and pen if you don't already have one, and you're going to want to take some notes. So this is going to be basically just a step-by-step on what we would do to sell your house to the most opportune buyers. So now, chances are, if you're not currently using target marketing, I would say that you're just advertising your home, right? You're just kind of blanketing it to the masses. Maybe you're advertising it on Zillow. Maybe you had it listed with an agent on MLS or other online sites. Frankly, we had a sales meeting at the office the other day, and I was talking to some of the top producers from, the office from the last couple of years. And it's interesting because the market has been so crazy. People really haven't been doing marketing. They've just been listing, and there's enough demand to sell the houses, but that's stopped. Over the last 6 to 8 months, that stopped. So really the houses that are selling quick are the ones that are marketed properly. If you're doing advertising, right, you're just listing it on Zillow or trying to sell it by yourself, or you have an agent that's not marketing it, chances are you don't really have a lot of buyers that are calling and a lot of showings. So we want to kind of change that and make sure that, once you understand this process, you're going to have the most opportune buyers calling you, and I promise your house is going to sell a lot faster. Is that fair? I just want to educate you a little bit. So the first thing I would do to sell your home, if it was mine or if you were a client, is to find the specific buyer select group, or the group of most opportune buyers for your home. What that's going to do is build a profile of the statistically most likely buyers for your specific house. Now, here's an example. Here's a buyer, an actual buyer select for a home that was listed and sold last month. So just to give you an example, I'll tell you a little bit about the house first. The house that they were selling was about $450,000 market value, based on the comps and the neighborhood and stuff. 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a bonus room, really nice. I want to say it was maybe 2,500 square feet or so. I can't remember the square footage, but good family subdivision, fenced in yard, neighborhood pool, and all the bedrooms upstairs. So here's kind of how this puts all this together. When you're looking at buyer info, in order to buy this home and to find the most opportune buyer, the person who you want to market to sell this home is going to have an income family household of 125 to 150. The reason that is because those are people that are going to qualify no problem for this house. Anybody that has under $125,000 of income is going to be pushing their debt to income to qualify for this 450. Anybody with more than $150,000 of income is probably going to be looking at a 550 to 750,000 house. Okay, 680 credit score is probably going to be your minimum that you're going to want to find when you're filtering through your buyers. Reason being because with this type of a mortgage and the payment, you're not going to want to fool around with someone that has marginal credit. 2 kids under 8 years old and over 2 years old. I'm saying 2, it could be more than 2, but realistically, you want them under 8 years old, all the kids in the house, because all the bedrooms are upstairs. You want them over 2 years old because there's a neighborhood pool, and people who have infants aren't excited about a house with a pool or a house with a neighborhood pool. One dog, at least one dog, is very key because in this situation, we marketed that fenced-in backyard to a family and got a premium. People will pay a premium for their house to have a fenced-in yard if they have a dog. And lastly, just from experience and statistical data, people who are going to buy this $450,000 house are going to live in a house. It's going to be a step-up house for them. It's not going to be a first-time home buyer typically. Now, you may have that occasionally, but we're looking for a group of the most opportune buyers. So they're going to own a house right now, probably have lived there for 5 years at least, and it's going to be about $350,000 or less. And then they're going to live within 5 miles from this particular address. So reason being is because statistically people are going to move 5 miles or less to try to keep their kids in the same school district. So this right here is a good example of the research that you want to do and the drilling down to find what the select buyer profile looks like. Once you have nailed that down, your profile, then you need to purchase a list with that profile from a list broker. Okay, you can use exactdata.com. You just look up mailing list broker on Google and you'll get a ton of them. But this list is going to be the specific amount of people and the specific number and the specific profile of the people that are going to be most likely to buy your home. You're going to want to have this list so that you can mail only and market only to the people most likely to buy your house, not wasting money on marketing to people that probably aren't interested, like your house, but they're not qualified to buy your house, or God bless, you're just marketing to realtors or neighbors. Special bonus I want to offer for today, if you're on this workshop and you've made it this far without clicking off, congratulations. Hopefully you're getting something out of it, and you will going forward as well. Just for watching this, if you have any issues or questions about how to get your buyer selects, I'll be happy to help you and figure out who those are for your home so that you can go get your list from the brokers. This list is not very expensive in perspective to target marketing. The one for this example had about 1,400 names that hit that profile, that hit all of those, ticked all those boxes that we looked at over there. And the names generally are going to run about $2 each. Sometimes they're a little less and sometimes they're a little bit more, but I would just say 2 is pretty fair. So, it's only, that list is probably only going to cost you about $2,800, all in, and then you can use it multiple times as well. Next, you're going to need a postcard, right? What are you going to send them? Now you have this list, purchase this list, you've nailed down your buyers that want to buy your home, and you need to have a professionally designed postcard to market your home. Now, I put $250 here. If you have some layout experience and know how to make your way around Photoshop or Canva, maybe you can make a nice postcard. I would say make sure you stick to the oversized postcards, but I put $250 on here generally to have this professionally done. It doesn't cost that much. You can find somebody online or in your area, maybe a community college as well. A lot of times you can find a art student or a marketing student you can get to help you out a little bit for, maybe not too expensive. I definitely would recommend, and we always use oversized postcards with extra heavy cardstock, right? These are only going to run you about 50 cents each. So, 1,400, you're looking at maybe, just about $700 or so for the postcards, just to buy the postcards after they're designed and everything. But you want to do this because guess where people sort their mail, right? People sort their mail over the trash. So you want a great looking postcard. You want a heavy postcard so that it doesn't get thrown away, or you have the least likelihood of it getting thrown away. Oh yeah, and you're going to want to make sure that you probably want to hire a professional copywriter, right? This is going to be for the sales copy. You don't want to just describe the home. You want actual sales copy that appeals to the buyer's emotion and drives them to make a call to action to, go to that website or to make that phone call to come see your home. These, I always tell people, this is going to run you probably around $1,500. I mean, you may find somebody to do it for $1,000, but typically if they don't really do a lot of work for you and they've never done anything for you before, it'll probably cost you around $1,500. So not crazy expensive, but you want to get it done because it really matters. The professional sales copy is the person who writes those scripts for the late night, infomercials. It's all that stuff that people are like, oh man, I didn't even know I needed one of those, right? And they end up ordering one. So that's professional sales copy. And by the way, you also need to have some great pictures, right? Pictures sell the homes typically, or at least get them enough interested to want some more information. So I would say our professional, photographers for real estate run about $150, a home. You may have someone that that's in photography, or you may have a great camera yourself. But I'd recommend, if you do have a couple friends, or you ask people that do real estate photography, that way they'll know the angles, the shots that they want to capture to make your postcard look the best and to represent your house well for what it's worth. Once all of that's done, okay, the next step is we just need to set up a landing page. And this is going to be a website for the potential buyers to go to. So when you send that beautiful card on heavy, oversized postcard stock out to those 1,400 people, what are they going to do, right? With that great sales copy, you're going to drive them to this landing page. And the landing page needs to look great. It needs to capture leads. So you want to give them a little bit of information about the home, but you want them to provide you with their name, information, so that you can follow up with them and try to, if they don't immediately respond, to come set up a showing that you can, follow up with them until they do. So it needs to capture all the leads. And I would say you can get a good landing page done for about $1,000. Maybe a little bit less, let's say $750. You can probably do it for $750. It's not that expensive. And then once again, you can use it. You can potentially resell it if you want to, but definitely going to need a nice place for the people to go so it looks legit. And especially if you're going to try to sell it without a realtor and you're to set yourself apart from all the other for sale by owners, you're going to want something nice. Once the leads start coming in, right, what are you going to do with them? They go to the landing page, they fill in the information, you get an email and says, hey, Trey wants to look at your home, or Trey, filled out a form on your landing page. You need a CRM. That's a contact relationship management system. This is going to connect to that landing page, and it's going to track your leads. Now, you don't have to buy this, right? You can just rent this, a system. Generally, we use Go High Level or something of that nature. HubSpot is another one. So you can check into those. Generally, they're going to run you, I don't know, maybe $50, $100 a month. But you're only going to have to do it for a month or two. Depending on how fast you sell your house, you're not going to have to buy it. You're just going to have to, basically rent it or have a subscription to follow up on the leads until you sell the home. And I would say finally, for the first mailer, you'll need to pay the postage and to get them mailed. So one of those oversized postcards, generally, it's not like a postcard that you find on your vacation for like 19 cents. I would say it's at least a quarter, maybe a little bit more than that now. So, you're looking at only a couple $100 to get those mailed out. And once the first round of mailers hits the mailboxes, you want to make sure that before you do that, you have set up your follow-up marketing email campaign, right? So this would be tied into your CRM, and this is going to be all the emails that they'll get to help convert them, right? It's one thing to get the leads. It's another to convert that lead to a potential prospect and to a buyer. Now, typically the statistics show 87% of the leads are going to respond within 7 to 10 days. So, what does that mean? Well, after about 7 to 10 days, you want to make a note. You probably want to drop another mailer because they've either thrown your stuff in the trash or they've responded, right? They're not saving it for 3 weeks from now to reach out to you. Now, getting back to the leads, when they start to come in, generally I'm going to roll them into a email campaign that's maybe 8 emails in the first 30 days. So like 2 a week. You don't want to bombard them, but at the same time, you want it to be value. So you want good sales language, you want good information, sales copy, and you want to be driving them to reach out to you to arrange a showing. So, make sure that if they didn't respond to your ad already, you give them a reason to. After that, what I would tell you is I would schedule them to have an email go out once a week until they, in the marketing, we call it buy or die, right? You can use AI to help you write some of this. There are a lot of different AI, accounts out there that you can get for free to help you write these emails. But essentially, after the first month, you've got, once a week for the next 11 months, just keep reaching out to them until they either unsubscribe or they schedule, to see your property, or you sell it, right? If you sell it, then you can just take them off the list. You're done. In all those emails, double check, make sure you have calls to action. Don't just be blank emails, have a link to, that site again. Make sure that you can get them back to schedule that showing. Now, you want to get them to your showing website. So the only other landing page, this would be the second landing page that you want to have, is something so that they can schedule a showing for the property. Now, you'll want them to be able to text or call, whatever works best, but that separate landing page is great. We usually tag it to a live calendar for showings. So I looked up one of the most popular ones that's free. You can use this. It's called Calendly. So Calendly, just look that up. You put your email address in and you get a free account. But you can link this. The pro tip is you can link this calendar, and that landing page for the calendar to your CRM, right? So that way, it's all connected. It's very, very simple. With regards to showing schedule, I would just tell you from experience, the best advice I could give you is just don't ever decline a showing. I mean, if you have a Christmas party on Christmas Eve at 4 o'clock and somebody wants to see your house at 1, your answer should be yes, right? You must be available if someone wants to see your home. So now, kind of in summary, generally speaking, if all of this is done correctly, you typically are not going to need an additional mailer, right? Because the whole deal with target marketing is you're targeting only the most opportune buyers, right? This very frequently and easily creates a bidding war on your house, and you could be in a multiple offer situation. So, good example here. Auctions, right? You go to, watch a Barrett. I like watching Barrett Jackson car auctions. Well, they roll across the, let's call it a 69 Camaro, right? Convertible Camaro, beautiful car. Well, the people who came there to buy the Camaro are the ones that are bidding on it. All the people that came there to buy the Corvettes and the Ferraris and the trucks, and they're not even bidding on it. So it wouldn't do you any good to market to all those other buyers for other cars, with your marketing or your you would want to target market the people that have owned Camaros in the past, that are looking, that are searching out there on the internet right now for Camaros. So you want to create a bidding war and get in a multiple offer situation. Think about it. It's like this. If you call about a house on the MLS, right, and you tell your agent or you call about a showing, and the first day when you call about the showing, because it just goes on the market, the first showing that's available is 4 days from now, right? How does that make you think? What does that make you think? As a home buyer, what do you probably think is going to happen? That's right. Yeah, it's probably going to have multiple offers and it's going to sell well above asking price, right? So this is the situation that you want to put yourself in as the seller, right? You want to put yourself in by marketing to the most opportune buyers only and not blanket advertising to the masses. You want to put yourself in the situation to have multiple offers and create extra demand on your property. So that's what this process is going to do for you. So I would say in conclusion, by now you should have a ton of great notes as to what to do to target market your home. I tried to include all the details that I could about exactly what we do day in, day out, week in, week out, so that you could do it too. I'd say that now you would be well equipped to sell your home without a realtor if you wanted to. And I do want to make sure, though, before we go, I do have a couple more things because some of you have mentioned in the comments, the buyer selects. I definitely want to help you with the buyer selects. So, if you figured out how to do that already, great. You don't have any problems, no problem either. But shoot me a text. If you do want me to help you do that, I'd be happy to do that. And that way you can get started working with the brokers on the mailing list. But yeah, just like I promised, I'll be happy to do that. And you can still do it yourself. It's not a problem. Just shoot me a text. Oh yeah, by the way, if you happen to be on this call or on this webinar and you're looking to purchase a home, maybe not now, maybe down the road, but you want to look at off-market and unlisted homes, okay? I'd be happy to talk with you because we have another target marketing program that we use to search for properties, right? So if you're looking to search for a new home, or maybe you want to search and find that new home before you put yours on the market, okay? This may be a really good, program for you. It works in all markets in all 50 states, and we have a nationwide network. So I put this in there because a lot of times people are relocating and they're like, well, hey, I'm moving out of Knoxville. So, if you want to target market and find your home in your next state, just let me know. I can connect you with someone in our network that can do that. It's called the Perfect Home Finder Program. And I have a video training like this. It's actually a little bit shorter than this one. This one's kind of running long, but it's a lot more detailed. But the Perfect Home Finder program is a fantastic offer. It doesn't cost you anything. You're not obligated to buy anything, but you can sign up with me or with anybody in our network if you're moving to a different state. So this training I can send you by email. Just drop me a text and, I can send you the email to the link to the training. It's step by step, just like this. So you can find, off-market deals for your next home. Oh yeah, I forgot. The other thing that we just brought on was a nationwide investor. Okay, so this is a very cool program. And lastly, since you're here, I'm kind of wrapping up, but I did want to make sure I introduce this program to you as well. We have an exclusive nationwide investor program. Now, this means if you're selling your home, it's going to, if your home qualifies for the program, we're going to be able to get you a full price market value cash offer, right, within 48 to 72 hours. Now, that's a full price cash offer. It's not a, hey, discount, scam, we want to take advantage of you because you want to sell quick. We're going to give you 50% of what your house is worth. No, we work with investors that'll pay full market value for your home in cash. So lastly, if you're trying to do that, if selling your home quickly, would be a big benefit to you in your particular situation, just shoot me over a text and put cash offer, and I'll look at the schedule over the next couple of days. I'll try to schedule a time to come view your home, and if it makes sense, I'll explain everything. It takes about 10 minutes to go through the program. I give you everything you need to know, and if it makes sense, we'll put together an offer from the investor, get you a cash offer and a contract. And if it doesn't, then it's not going to be a big waste of your time. So all that being said, I really do appreciate your time if you've made it this far. Hopefully you found this training valuable, and you can tell that we love doing marketing. We love helping people with their real estate. Do me a favor, text me anybody that you think could help or this could help, and I'd be happy to send this to them. We have some other trainings too. If you are interested in some of those or you have referrals, just shoot me a text and let me know. And that's always easier than just calling me direct with all the kids and the kid activities. So thanks again for investing some time to learn about marketing, and especially target marketing for your home. I would say use it wisely and be blessed. Just have a great rest of your day.